Right. So what is our goal in this transformation? Lab 2. Yesterday already we did the lab 1. In the lab 1 what we did is whatever department name is available in the department table, whatever department name is available in the department table, that one we are trying to pass to the target by doing the lookup. That's what we did. Now 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 what exactly we are trying to do is next one, active customers were only I wanted. Active customers only I wanted. I can say a customer is active. I can say a customer is active if these all conditions are satisfying. Number one condition is the transaction whatever he ordered that should be complete. Suppose I placed one order. I want so and so Dell laptop or some laptop I want like that. I placed the order. Then they they dispatched that one. I accepted that one. Then only I can see it is completed. Okay, next one. There is a probability within 1 month period I have the return policy. If I don't like the product, I can give the return also. If I return that one, I am no more a active customer. So based on these two things, whatever order I placed that is successfully completed and I didn't cancel that one, then I can say I'm a active customer of so and so vendor. So and so vendor. Right. So what I am trying to do is I am getting the invoice table. This invoice table, whatever customer number is available, that customer number I am passing to the customer table. I am passing to the customer table, and customer number corresponding all the customer information like what is the name, what is the address, what is the phone number. Those all things I am capturing and I am trying to put into the ODS underscore customer underscore active table. ODS underscore customer underscore active table. Right. The completed mapping should looks as follows. So this is what the invoice table SQ underscore invoice. Then filtering the data for these are the two conditions. One is completed and non-cancelled. That one I am passing to the lookup. This lookup is going to capture the customer name is what, customer phone number is what, those all things, and those things will be passing to the target. Now in that way we are trying to do here, create the mapping, importing the source table. We want here source as an invoice table. We want the source. The table we are trying to import here. Yes madam, try to import that invoice table from the SDB schema. Go to the designer, then try to connect to our repository B108RS. Double click and provide the password is administrator. Click on connect. Now shortly we are seeing on folder. Double click on that folder. Then now go to the source analyzer in the work area. It is opening up. Wait a moment. Now go to the source analyzer in the work area. Now clear the workspace. Now import the source. Source is what? Invoice is your source. Import from B108 HDBU RR capital I text small 1 2 3. Click on connect. Right. Now if you go and see here, I have a table. The table is known as invoice table. The table is known as invoice table. It is connecting. It's trying to connect. It's taking somewhat longer time today. Okay. Expand the tables. Then select the invoice table. Click on OK. Now for our understanding purpose, we also observe the data of the invoice table, then we'll move forward. Right click on the invoice table. Click on the preview data. Then select the ODBC data source properly. That is B108 HDBU. Then username B108 HDBU. Password RR capital I text small 1 2 3. Then click on connect option. No, wait. Then click on connect. Now you can notice I have a invoice number that is known as 8001 and corresponding who sold this item, that representative number is available. Who taken this item, that customer number is available. When this guy is ordered for the product, that is date is open, when it is open it is available, and the transaction is completed or not, it's closed or not, the date closed is available, and we can see the transaction is cancelled or not. If it is cancelled, that means true. True means 1 will be there. If it is not cancelled, then I can say 0. Now I can say perfect transaction means whenever I place the order, that order should be complete. It should not be in progress. It is null is available means what is the meaning? It is in progress. It is in progress. I cannot treat this guy as my customer. At any point of time, he will take the revert it. Yes or no, sir? That is the reason once transaction is completed, then only I need to treat as this guy is my customer. Suppose I am conducting the demo. The demo first day, maybe some people are coming. The demo second day, they may not be coming. I cannot treat the people who came on the demo one as my customers. Once the payment is done, once the transaction is closed, then only I need to say, once transaction is closed, then only I need to say that guy is my customer. And there are people, after few days, they are saying it is not possible for this batch, I will go for some other batch. At that moment, I need to cancel that one and I need to assign to the other batch. At that moment, I can say it is a 1. This is now, I can say 1025, whoever is available is not my active customer. Why? Because transaction is not closed. And also if you go and see, here I have one thing. Transaction is closed. However, he returned the product. He cancelled that one. He returned the product. Okay, you ordered for one Dell laptop. Okay, in even India also, they have one return policy. Within a month of time, if you don't like the product, if you are trying to give the return, means happily they will take it. Okay, even in India also it is available. Even in India also it is available. Fine. So similarly, one more transaction is available. This also not a active customer. So we are validating only two things. Date close should not be null. Second is cancel should not be 1. If these two set conditions are satisfying, then given customer is an active customer. Perfect. Now let us close this one. With this I completed step 1. Step 2 is import the target. I want to import the target ODS underscore customer underscore active. Try to do it. Try to import ODS underscore customer underscore active. Go to the target menu, import from database. Targets menu, import from database. Import from database. Then password as RR capital, I text small 123. Click on connect. Fine. Now if you see here under the select tables, you can expand it. You can still expand it. Then I can see here, one table is available that is called as ODS underscore customer underscore active. Click on OK. Now the table is available. Right click and try to see the preview. In this one we should not have any data. Okay, try to select the ODBC data source corresponding to your things. It is a TDBU and username also B108 TDBU. Then owner name also B108 TDBU. Then password as RR capital, text small 123. If you closely observe this table data, we should not have any data, that is okay. Customer ID. In my invoice table, I have the customer ID. But I don't have what, sir? Customer name. I don't have here first contact. I don't have here customer state. I don't have here customer zip. I don't have here customer type. What is the type of the customer? Is a bronze customer, or is a silver customer, or is a gold customer? Like that customer information is not available. And discount rate. Suppose is a my gold customer, then I'll give the some kind of percentage of the discount. Is a my silver customer, then I'll give some kind of percentage of discount. Is a my bronze customer, then I'll give some kind of discount. So the discount rate also available here. I want to get this all information. I want to get this all information based on only what's a customer ID. Whatever source is available, the source contains here customer ID. This customer ID I am going to pass to the customer table, and the total relevant information. I am going to pull it. Okay, let us go and try to create the mapping. That's what our next activity. So creating a mapping with the name of m_ods_ customer active. Copy this one and try to go for the designer, then mapping designer. Go to the mappings menu, click on create, provide the name. Okay. Now try to drag and drop source and target into the work area. My source is available in the SDBU. Expand it. Then I want to go for the table is called as invoice table. Then I want to go for next one that is called as target table. The target table is ods_customer active. Then I want to use here lookup table. That is a very important one. The lookup table is customer table which is available. I guess it is available already here. If you go and see customer table, it is not there. Okay, it is not there. In the source folder, I don't have this one. Even though it is not available, I know how to import that one in the runtime itself. Okay, anyhow. Now, if you go and see, we created the mapping, adding the source and target to the work area. This was the source, and also we add the target. Next, we are trying to create a filter transformation. Filter transformation is to identify who is active customer. Whatever records available in the invoice, all the things are not active customers. I am validating what here? Not of, is null of, date closed. The date closed should not be null. That's what the meaning of not of, is null of, date closed. This is true. And cancelled is equal to what, sir? Cancelled is equal to 0. That cancelled is equal to 0 means this also true. Both are true, then only I can say this is a active customer. If the date closed is not null and cancelled is sorry, I think here not I given in the outer side, I given, right? Not is available outer side. Is null of date closed is nothing but if it suppose let us say I have the null is available. Suppose I have, let us say, null is available. Okay, then what will happen is this is true. Okay, cancel is equal to 0. Let us say cancel value also 0 is available. That means that is also true. Both are null is available means what? It is a not a active customer. That not of I am doing. Then I am trying to say as an active customer. Tell me when that guy is active, sir. If you see that data, you come to understand it. Preview data, then RR capital, I text small, 1, 2, 3. We are saying as this date close should not be null. Not of is null, and cancel should not be equal to 0. Should not be equal to 0 means what? Not. Both the things not I am applying. Date close should not be null. Cancel is equal to 0 should not be things. This is not. This also not only. You are getting my point? For both these conditions, we are giving here, not we are giving. Sorry? Okay, let us take this condition and we will observe that what you are saying, right? Okay, we will take this person then. What I am saying is 1025 customer, date closed is what is available? Null is available. So now this is date closed is available as null. Then what it becomes? Is null of null. It is null or not? It is null. So this total will be becoming what now? This total becoming is null of means it is true. Cancel is equal to 0. Cancel is equal to what, sir? 0 only there. So this also true. True and true is what? True. True and true is true. True and true is true. And not of true is what? Not of true is false. That is the reason. Now this guy is actually false only, right? If you go and see, as null is available, he is not an active customer. This result also we are expecting, false only we are expecting. This total condition is executing and saying as it's false. Suppose we'll take one active record. We'll take this guy. 101 guy will take it. Here date closed is what? 5/1/2002 is available. I mean to say here date closed is 5/1/2002 is available. Then is null of 5/1/2002 is null or not null? Is null of this one? Not null. So it is a false. And cancel is equal to 0 is what? It's true is there. False and true is what? False and true is false. Not of false is what? True. So this guy is a active. That's how it is coming. Okay. Perfect. Now let us move on to the next one. Let us move on to the next one. I want to go for next one that is called as this condition. Try to introduce the filter transformation. Try to introduce the filter transformation. And time being you can close the repository navigator. That's perfect. And try to what you want to filter here. What you want to filter here and what is the name you are giving. This is what the name of the filter I am providing. For clarity purpose I would like to rename this one. Let us go and try to rename it as like this. Okay, okay. Yeah, go ahead. One. One moment. He has one question. This only, right? Okay. Last column of the data. Okay. One. Okay. Correct. For this scenario, we'll get that as a not active customer. He is a not active customer. That means our condition will not work in this case. You are saying, right? No, it will work in this case also. Let us go and see it if you want. This record we want to validate, right? Let us go and try to validate. First one, this is what is the value it is coming? 12201999. So that means you mean to say here what is the value? 12201999. Is null of this becomes what now? It is not a null. So it is not a null. This value is there, right? Clearly. So that means what? It is false. Cancel is equal to 0. Actually cancel is equal to 1 is there, but we are validating for cancel is equal to 0. Cancel is equal to 0 we are validating, but it is available 1. So this is what, sir? This also false. Both false and false is what? Result is false. Not of false is equal to what? True. So it is going as active. It should not go. It should not go. Something else we did wrong. So cancel is equal to 0. 12/24/1999. And this is coming as 1. One moment. Sorry. This not is only for this part, sir. Not for entire part. See, bracket is closing here only. We are validating for entire part. That is a problem. Validate only for this part. Not is not for the whole part. Not is only for this part. Okay. See, this value you will try to do it now once again. 12, then 20, then what is the value? 1999 something is there. So this becomes what? This part? This is what's that? False. And not of this one. Not of false we need to do. Not of false is what? True. And this cancelled is equal to what? False. True or false is what? False. This is how it is. Previously we did wrong thing. Previously I thought like bracket is available till here. Okay, but bracket is only up to here only it is available. Up to here only it is available. Okay, that is what is wrong. Anyhow, previous case also is going to work. Suppose this case you taken also it has to work. Okay, right. Anyhow, this is executed in many batches. It will be executing, no problem. Okay. So only thing is bracket is the problem. Bracket is the one thing wrongly we understand it. Next one, the mapping should looks as far below. So we are trying to take care customer number we are passing to the filter transformation. Date closed also we are passing here, and cancelled also we are passing here. For each customer number we are validating date closed and cancelled we are validating it. Try to do that one. Try to drag and drop customer number, date closed and cancelled. Close this one. Then customer number, then date closed, then cancel. Those three things we are topping. Then double click on filter transformation. Then click on the properties and condition. Try to develop the formula your own using your own hand. Try to develop the formula instead of copying and pasting it, so that we'll get more clarity. We are trying to do not off. NOT not. Is null of, okay. Then what is null of what we are validating? Customer date closed, right? Go for the date closed. Now close this one. If customer date closed is null, that means what? Not off, we are taking it. And close this one. And then cancel is equal to 0. That's what the condition. The bracket is for the first thing only. Click on validate, click on OK. OK. Again OK. Perfect. We complete this part, click on OK. This condition is, yeah, condition may be lowercase or uppercase. It is not a case sensitive. It is not a case sensitive. Okay, we completed now. This step is completed. From this step, we are trying to allow only the only invoice that will meet this filter condition contains a date in the date closed column and were not what's cancelled. We are going to get the records only output as what? Date closed should be, some date should be there, and the column should not be cancelled. Those things only it is going to allow it. Now let us go for the creating a lookup transformation. Because the source and lookup tables come from the same database, that is schema, the $source variable may be used here. Click the lookup transformation button, position the pointer in the workspace and click again. Select the lookup table for the lookup transformation. Here we are going to select it. Try to do it. Take the lookup. Go to the designer. Then introduce the lookup transformation into the work area. From the sources we need to import basically, but unfortunate thing is in the source folders I don't have the table. The table is called as customer table. Okay. In the target also it will not be available. There is no source qualifier is available. Now we need to import that one from the database. Try to import from the database. Import from relational database. It is available in SDBU, so we need to select the SDBU. Then username also SDBU. Then owner name also SDBU. It's came. Then click on connect. Then select the customer table. Okay. Perfect. Now we want to pass the customer number whatever available in the filter to this lookup table, and I want to get the customer name, phone number, customer state, everything I want to get, and I want to pass to the target. That's what my goal. So try to drag and drop customer number. From the filter to lookup. Try to drag and drop customer number from the filter to lookup. Okay, even though you dragged on the customer ID, it won't create any join. Okay, it will be creating one more separate thing only. Double click on the lookup. Then go to the condition tab. Then click on new condition. So from input whatever it is coming, that to transformation whatever it is coming, both the things are writing here. Click on OK. Fine. Now try to connect to the corresponding columns of the target. Customer ID is equal to customer ID. Customer ID is equal to customer ID. and customer name is equal to customer name, then first contact, customer state, first contact, then customer state.
We are checking it here condition, right? Customer ID is equal to customer number. That column should be present in the target table definitely, otherwise it will be optional.
Okay, one moment, madam. Let me do it. So what exactly we are trying to do is your first contact, customer state. I am trying to drag and drop. Then now this customer chip is available here. We are going to drag and drop the customer chip. Customer chip. Then are going for customer type. Then discount rate. Those are all things I am taking. Right, arrange all. What we did is we are getting the invoice to source qualifier to filter to we are trying to pass to the target. Now one question is going in the offline. What is the question? In the lookup, in the conditions, customer ID is equal to customer number I given. Customer ID is coming from your lookup table, that is nothing but customers table. Customers table. In the customers table, from customers table you are getting the customer ID. This customer number is coming from invoice table. Invoice table. You are saying like in invoice table one number is there, 101. If that is not available here, 101 if it not available here, then what will happen? You are saying, right? Correct? Okay. What are you trying to say? Okay, suppose this is what the scenario means. What will happen is you're going to write the output as a null. You're going to write the output as a null. Right. Next question is what? Cancel this one, okay? We are taking
Customer number from this one, and from the lookup table we are checking customer ID with customer number.
Lookup table at checking customer ID with the customer number. That's correct, okay?
Is there any necessary that customer ID should be present in the? I mean, we need to definitely pass this customer ID to this.
Okay, okay. Question is actually, yeah, understand. Now understand. Customer ID, do we need to compulsory we need to pass to the target or not required? Answer is not required. Even we are not taking also, that is okay. If you are not selecting, then null will be passed here. So there is no rule like in the condition whatever I used it that I need to pass to the target. Whatever I used in the condition, those things you need not pass to the target. If up to your requirement. If you want, you can pass it. Otherwise, you need not pass it. In my case, I want it. That is the reason I am passing it. Okay, right. Let me save it. Click on the save. Save it. Now it is valid. Now go to the workflow and try to create the workflows. Workflow manager. Click on the workflow manager. Click on OK and maximize it. Click on OK and maximize it. Now go to the workflows menu. Click on create. Give the name as WF underscore. Then we are trying to do here. What is the name I given here? Just take that name from my side. So we completed this condition. We passed these all things. Then we connected it. Okay. WF underscore ODS underscore customer active. The same name I am passing here. Click on OK. Click on OK. Then take the session task. Take the session task. Click in the work area. Then select here M underscore ODS underscore that whatever we have here, active customers. Yeah, that's correct. Try to connect both the things. Go to the mapping tab. Then select your source SQ underscore invoice. Then SQ underscore invoice is coming from HDBU, right? That is perfectly pointed to the HDBU only, so okay. Now ODS underscore customer active is coming from target, so select the target. Okay. Now lookup need to communicate with the database. Why? Because In the lookup, we used lookup table as customer table used it. In the lookup, we used lookup table as customer table used it. This customer table, it has to get it means we require here connection is required. We require here connection is required. So provide the connection. So lookup customer table is available in the source. Perfect. So click on OK. Now save it. Repository, save it. One moment wait. One moment wait. Next topic anyhow we need to cover that one. That is the reason I want to show you one folder. That folder is called as cache folder. Informatica 9.1.0. Then go for server. Infra then cache. In the cache now it is empty is available or not? Empty is available. In our workflow, if you go and see the lookup properties, if you observe it, in the lookup properties, you are giving here what? Lookup caching is enabled, but you are not selecting one option. That option is called as persistent. Persistent means keep that one. What is the meaning of enabled means? It will be creating the cache at the beginning of the session and automatically clean the cache at the end of the session. It create the beginning of the session, it will delete the at the end of the session. If I enable this one, keep it for the next uses. Second time running purpose, we can keep that one. Tomorrow we'll talk about this persistency property. As of now, in the runtime, this space is going to be useful for the cache purpose. Cache purpose. Okay. Click on OK. Save it and run it. Save it and run it. Save it and run it. So select the start task, then start workflow from task. Then we can notice here this is connected and it is running. And if you go and see your target table, try to preview the target table. It's successfully completed. Now preview the target table, preview the data, then provide the connections as already it is available, then password as RR capital I take small 123, then click on connect. Now you can observe here all the records are perfectly came. So if you see, nowhere we'll see a record which is null. Sorry. Nowhere we'll see a record is what, sir? Okay, those things we didn't capture actually. Date closed we didn't capture here. Date closed we didn't capture here. That's the reason I am not able to see it. Anyhow, so here we are getting all the things are what, sir? Only active customers are going to get it. Only active customers are going to get Solar Solutions, Oracle, some Technology International. These all things are active now. These all things are active. However, some data issues are there here. What are the data issues is customer type column is not available in the invoice. Customer type column is not coming from invoice. It is coming from where? From the customer table it is coming. From the customer table. Even though invoice is available, but that may be historical record, it is available, but temporarily is what, sir? Inactive. Temporarily is inactive. He unsubscribed for the things. So here what is there here? Inactive 2 records are there. And also here we have other 2 inactive records are only 2. Yeah, null also available. So these are the 3 records, issue records are available. Now what I want to do is, I want to delete only these 3 records from the target. How I can delete it? I want to delete only these 3 records from the target. How I can delete it? That we need to think about it now. Okay. Even if you don't want these things means what I can do is in existing mapping itself. Once lookup is completed, in this area I can pass one more filter. I can put one more filter and I can say as I don't want the inactive records, I can say. I want only active records, I can say, then automatically the problem will be finished. Suppose, let us assume like now this mapping I don't want to disturb. I don't want to disturb this mapping, but I want only the active records only I want it. What you are going to do it? I want to delete the 3 records whatever available, inactive records and null records. I want to delete from the target. Till starting of the lesson to today lesson, we are trying to insert the records into the target. We never try to delete a record from the target. In this lesson, we are going to delete the record from the target which satisfies the condition is inactive or null. Okay, that thing out how to do it. That's what my next exercise here. Delete rows using the filter and lookup combination. So what we are trying to do is, this is the same thing, only the extra thing what we are putting is here one more filter we are trying to put it. So just read the requirement. The exercise in this lab are designed to walk the student through the process of creating a session that only do what? That only deletes row from a table. Till this point of time we are inserting it. Now in this one we are learning how to delete that one. Now objective. After completing the lab, the student will be able to create and run a session that only deletes rows. Summary. The purpose of this lab is to delete rows from ODS table where customers do not have valid type codes. That is, they have not been properly typed. That's what null is there. Or have been marked as inactive. Properly not typed means we have the null values are available. Null is the problematic guy. Null is the problematic guy. We have the null values here. We have the null values are available in this one, null values. And also here inactive are available. These three records, whatever you are saying, I want to remove it. I want to remove it. Fine. To do that one, what is the process? The purpose of the lab is done. Then create the mapping. Copy your existing mapping only. We are not going to do from 0 to 100. Already we have the up to some extent we have the mapping. That mapping only we are trying to copy it and we are trying to rename that as something else. We are renaming that as underscore delete. We are trying to rename it. Okay, then add a second filter transformation. First try to follow this one. Right, from the toolbar select edit and copy. Try to do it. Close this one. Then you can do very easily. You can go for mapping tab. Directly you can go for the mapping tab. Your known technique, you use it. Already we know it. You did not follow the document. Just you want to copy a copy of this one. I want it. Click on the copy as. That's perfect. Then write as at the end we can write the delete. At the end we can write the delete. So click on OK. Fine. Now delete is came. Now try to first point is completed. Step 1 is completed. Step 1 is completed. Step 2 is add a second filter transformation. So delete the links between LKP underscore customer and ODS underscore customer active. So these two things whatever available, these things I am asking to delete it. I selected and I deleted. Then introduce here one filter transformation. Introduce one filter transformation. Drag and drop all the things whatever available here. Customer ID to discount rate, all the things we are trying to drag and drop. Now double click on the filter transformation. Right. Go to the properties and try to design the condition. What condition we are trying to provide here, sir? If you see all the things I dropped here, I am saying as customer type should not be null. Is null. Or upper of or trim is equal to what, sir? Inactive. Any one case is true, that one I am trying to delete it. So filter output is what, sir? Only 3 records are filter output, right? One record is null is available. 2 records are inactive is available. The reason filter output is only 3 records. Those 3 records I am going to delete from the target. Okay, try to do that condition. So go to the designer. Then click on the filter condition drop down. Remove the true. Instead of typing directly, you can copy and paste also that one. Okay, you want to type it. Use null of, bracket open. Then from the ports tab, then take here customer type. Then close the bracket. Right. R. Then upper of open, upper of customer name or customer type, right? Customer type, close the bracket, is equal to inactive, is equal to inactive. Click on validate and click on OK. Okay. Okay. So we have chance to complete. We have chance to complete this total condition. So we are trying to do your upper. Here trim. Why you are doing is there is a chances are there if you have some space is available in this customer type column at the end or at the beginning. There is a problem, right? That's what we are doing here. R trim. Right side anything is available. We are going to trim it. If you want to do that left also, you can write as left trim, R trim. You can write it. There is no trim option here directly. I mean to say, in Oracle we have the RTRIM. If I do simply trim means what? Left and right it is going to handle. Here L trim and R trim you need to use it if you want to trim it. So I mean to say if you go for the all functions, search for the T here. In the T we don't find here, trim option is not available. Search for the L here. L trim is available. Search for the R. Then we also have what's here? R trim is available. But what is not there? Trim is directly not there. If you want trim functionality means you need to write here L trim followed by R trim, both you need to write it. So I mean to say here L trim bracket open, L trim bracket open. Then inside this one we can write here one more thing is what? R trim bracket open. Okay, then we need to close the brackets 2 times. So validate. One more bracket you want? Validate. Expression is passed successfully. Okay, upper of trim L trim, R trim, then it's trying to close this one. Click on OK. Click on OK. So left side any space are there, right side any space are there, those things you are removing it. Okay. Now try to connect to the target. Try to connect to the target. All the things you can connect it. Instead of going one by one column, we can use anyhow column names are same, right? Almost. So you can click here, right click, auto link by name, click in this one and try to drop onto this one. Then automatically it is going to do here. You can observe here thereafter customer ID to customer ID is connected and customer name to customer number, everything is properly connected. Okay, right, try to save it. Create now workflow. Then go to the workflow manager, click on the create, and I asked our name here. What is the name I asked here? So if you go and see the creating new workflow, WF underscore delete things. So this is what the name what I am expecting. Okay, then take the session task. This is the session task what you want. Then we want to go for the delete. Click on OK. Try to connect both the things. Fine. Now try to double click on the session task. Then mappings. SQ underscore invoice is coming from where? Source, that is perfect. ODS underscore customer active coming from TDBU, that is target. Okay. Then for lookup we need to provide one connection. Lookup is coming from, lookup table is customer table is coming from source. Okay, perfect. Now click on OK. Here one important property we need to handle this one, sir. What is important property is go to the properties tab, not this one, not this lookup. This is what the properties tab is available. Click on the properties tab. There each and every incoming record, as of now we are treating source row as insert, but that property we need to change now. Our goal is what now? Those three records, whatever came as output of the filter, I want to delete it. Delete from where? From the target. Try to change that option. Try to change that option. So we are trying to delete the qualified records from the target. Whatever inactive is available, whatever null is available, those things I am trying to delete from the target. So click on OK. Click on OK. Save it. Save it. Perfect. Now try to run this one. After running, if you go and see your target table, we should not see those three records, we should not see it. Now in the workflow monitor, you can observe it is running, succeeded. If you go and observe your get run properties, source and target properties, then how many affected rows are here? 3 rows are affected. 3 rows are affected. So what are those 3 rows are? You can go and you can observe here. 3 rows are available here previously. Those things are now no more available. RR capital, IT small, 1, 2, 3. Now you can see I don't have a record which is available previously as inactive. Those things are not available. Okay, all the records are active only. All the records are active. Now what we learned in this lesson? How to delete records from the target we learned. Till this point of time, how to insert only we are doing. Now we are trying to learn how to delete record from the target. Fine. Let us close this one. Let us move on to the next one. Next exercise. We are trying to learn here. Next one is unconnected lookup. Unconnected lookup. Before going for unconnected lookup, we'll go for the first. What are the minus points we have with the connected? What are the minus points we have the connected? That we'll try to understand it. Okay, and what are the plus also we'll try to understand it. What is the minus point of this one is first? What is the minus point of this one is first? Let us say my goal is to capture let us say whatever customer ID, customer number is available here, right? This customer number corresponding things only I want to capture. See this example. See this example. Instead of speaking a number of times, I can show an example. See this example. Now what is my goal? What I am trying to do here is use lookup function within a conditional statement. Okay, what is the condition here? What I am trying to do is null of customer ID. First, customer ID is null or not, I am validating. If customer ID is by mistake null, then what I am trying to do is whatever order number is available, the order number only I am passing as a customer ID. Or one more way I can say, the order number I am passing as the input. Whenever I am placing the order, the order corresponding customer ID is available or not. From there I am going to pull the customer ID. So condition is evaluated for each row, but lookup function is called only if condition is satisfied. Suppose I am sending now input as I have input like this is available. So this is the customer ID column, and this is the name column. 2 columns are available. XYZ the things are. Customer ID is 101. Name is name1. Okay. Customer ID is 102. Name is name2. And customer ID is nothing, but name is what, sir? Name3. Next 104. Then this is name4 is available. Now what will happen if this data if I am giving as input? First record 101 we are sending. Customer ID is 101 means what? It is not a null. It is not a null. Then it is called or it is not called? It is not called. Lookup is not calling. 102 I am sending. 102 is a null? No, it is not a null. So this also not calling. Whenever I am sending the third one, it is a null I am passing. Whenever is null is there, then what is calling here? This one is lookup is calling. That means in this case it is calling. In this case also it is not going to call. That means if I am giving your input as four records, I am giving input, but still lookup is calling how many times? Only one time only it is calling. Only one time only it is calling. That means, suppose if I am not, this is unconnected lookup. It is unconnected lookup. If I am using this for the same scenario, connected lookup, if I am using, what will happen? In case of connected lookup, what is happening here? Whatever you are giving input, each and every record is passing through this one. Each and every record is passing. That means 101 will pass, 102 will pass, null will pass, 104 also will pass. That means four times it is passing through the lookup. Here through lookup, how many times it is passing? Only one time it is passing. So suppose it is taking 4 seconds of the time, means it's going to take only 1 second of the time. That's what the performance is going to be improved if I use unconnected lookup. But unconnected lookup is recommended. Let us say I have 200 rows are available, sir. Out of these 200 rows, 10% of the rows only qualified for our conditions. At that moment, go for the unconnected lookup. Suppose you think like 90% of the records are qualified for the condition, then go for the connected, nothing will happen. You got my point, right? So occasionally you require the lookup. Occasionally you require the lookup. At that moment, go for unconnected. Regularly we want it. For each and every record it is required. Then go for what, sir? Connected lookup. Okay, that's what if you want to call conditionally, you want to call it. That's what I given here, condition. Conditionally, if you want to call it, then only go for unconnected lookup. For each and every record you want to call it, then what, sir? Go for connected lookup. Conditionally you want to call means go for unconnected lookup. Okay, right. So using unconnected lookup, we understand one point, performance is improved. In case of connected lookup, each and every record is calling the lookup, the reason performance will be degraded. That is one benefit. Second, I can say benefit or not benefit. It's not a benefit actually. How many records are going to write here? See here, how many records are writing as output? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But in case of unconnected lookup, you cannot write the seven columns output here, sir. Whatever you enabled here, return port. Here I have one port is called as return port is available in the ports. Here you cannot enable a number of things you cannot enable here. Only one thing you can enable it. That means in case of unconnected lookup, only one column only you want to return it. That is the one minus point. So in the lookup, what you are doing? In the lookup, n number of outputs you can take it. In connected lookup, you can take n number of outputs, you can take it. But in unconnected lookup, only one output only you can take it. That is a one major difference what is available. Apart from these two major differences, yes, we do have some other differences. If you go and see the transformation guide, that is going to explain you the differences clearly. Here I have the lookup transformation, then transformation overview, lookup sources, connected versus unconnected. See this one, connected and unconnected lookups. First one, receives input values directly from the pipeline. Directly from the pipeline means what? This is pipeline. From here only directly I am receiving it. This is what? Receives input values from the result of a LKP expression in another transformation. Where we are writing this LKP expression, sir? Something you are seeing LKP, right? Where you are writing it? In some other transformation, yes or no? I need to take one expression transformation. Inside the expression transformation, I need to go to the ports. Here somewhere I need to call that one. Here somewhere I need to call that one. Using here I have the lookups are available. I need to call using the syntax. That means you are calling this one using some other transformation. It may be expression transformation, or it may be filter transformation, or it may be anything. Wherever expression support is available, you need to go over there and you need to call that lookup. We need to call here. Yeah, using another transformation, we are calling it. That's what this point is available. Receives input values from the result of a lookup expression in another transformation. Next, use a dynamic or static cache. As of now, I didn't explain this point, dynamic and static cache points. What is the point is, if you go and see this one, double click on this one, then I have here properties. There you can observe here, I have the dynamic lookup cache. If I enable it, it is dynamic. If I disable it, by default it is static. Suppose if I am going for unconnected lookup, I am going, let us say I am selecting here lookup, click here, then some table I am selecting, that's okay, click on OK, double click on this one, go to the properties here. Here if you go and see dynamic lookup cache, you can select this one, but however if you see this point here, use a dynamic or static cache. Use what, sir? A static cache only. With unconnected lookup, you cannot use the dynamic cache. If I use a dynamic cache, then what will happen? Synchronize insert to the relational source, it is saying, right? So this is a problem. It is not able to synchronize with the source. Okay, anyhow, this is the one point, whatever available. In this cache, I will talk, even I didn't talk about the cache. I will talk later. Next point. Cache includes the lookup source columns in the lookup condition and the lookup source columns that are output ports. Next, cache includes all lookup output ports in the lookup condition and the lookup return port. So here return port is involved, but here the remaining all things are involved here. Can return here multiple columns from the same row or insert into the dynamic lookup cache. That means multiple outputs you can take it here. But here what, sir? Only one output you can take. These are the one major difference what I discussed. If there is no match for the lookup condition, the integration service returns the default value for all output ports. That means in the connected lookup case, in case of connected lookup case, I can go to the customer ID, I can define here one value, let us say 1, 2, 3, I can define it. This is called as default value. Suppose this customer ID is null, then what I can pass here? 1, 2, 3 I can pass it. This facility is not available in case of unconnected lookup. By default, it's going to pass here. Null only is going to pass. No place is available to define this by default value. Why? Because we are calling this itself is from other expression transformation we are calling. Now, if there is a match for the lookup condition, the integration service returns the result of the lookup condition for all lookup output ports. If you configure dynamic searching, the integration service either updates the row of the cache. This is also cache something, I will talk about it. If there is a match for the lookup, then it is going to do this one. Just walk through it. Pass multiple output values to another transformation. Here what, sir? Pass one output value to the another transformation. However, the lookup output return port passes the value to the transformation by calling the lookup expression. However, what we can do is, suppose I want here multiple places I want, sir. Then what I can do is same lookup, I can copy and I can paste it multiple times, I can call it. Now I have here, this is for the looking the first contact. This is for the looking the customer state. Like the n number of things I can create and I can call here. That facility is there. Yeah. Multiple columns you want means then multiple unconnected lookups you can use it. That facility is there. But one unconnected lookup can write only one thing it can write it. Yeah. Supports user defined default values, does not support user defined default values. That is 1, 2, 3, whatever I said it. Okay. Right. Related to the cache, whatever available, forget about it. Remaining differences you need to understand as of now. First point is clear, right? This point is clear. Receives input values directly from the pipeline. This is conditional. Next, I think this cache points leave it. Cache points leave it. And I hope this point is clear. Can return multiple columns from the same row or insert into the dynamic lookup cache. And here only one. Then there is this point also clear. If there is no match found, this also clear. And this also clear, this also clear. Totally 5 points we are clear about it. Fine. Same thing in this one, I given somewhat simplified format I written. These are the things what I written it. What are the mapping data flow, separates from the mapping data flow, return multiple values, returns only one value, executes for every record passing through the transformation, only executes when the lookup function is called. More visible, show where the lookup values are used. Less visible, why? Because it is available inside another transformation. Default values are used, default values are ignored. These points I taken from some of the points are from the help document. Some of the points are to explain in interview better, I given these all things. If you learn these 5 points, that is enough in the interview purpose. Okay. Remembering all the points is a bit difficult, right? So we can remember these 5 points as a remembering purpose. More visible means, see here. By seeing this one, I come to understand lookup is available here. Suppose you called lookup here, you called it. You called lookup, you called it. Okay, then click on OK, let us assume. Click on assume. Now, if I go and see by opening this one, do you understand lookup is called here? No. If I open this one, if I see here, then only I come to understand. That's what the unconnected means, not visible. Whereas connected means it is visible. That's what the meaning. Okay, tomorrow we'll discuss about one exercise. That exercise is called as unconnected lookup exercise. We'll try to do it. Unconnected lookup transformation. This is not connected with the flow, but still I am going to capture the department name. I am going to capture. See the how the output will be looks like. Finally, this is what the final mapping I didn't give in the diagram. Okay. Okay. Tomorrow we'll capture this final mapping diagram. Okay. Tomorrow we'll do it. Thank you.
Yesterday